No, what the heck, I'll laugh anyway.
Hey everybody, Jabba here with another video, this time doing a special video. So pretty much what I've decided to do before we kick things off is I got very positive feedback from my review of the Vintage Collection Millennium Falcon, and people for a while have been urging me like, hey, why don't you do some reviews of figures and stuff. And I've given my explanation before, that you guys have heard this by now. There's just a lot of people out there who do Star Wars reviews, so I didn't really feel like there was a need for me to do it, and a lot of people that do it better than I could ever do any reviews. So what I decided to do is, because people did really enjoy my review of the Millennium Falcon, is I'm going to give reviewing another shot. Yeah, that's right, you heard it here. I'm going to be doing some Star Wars reviews. It's going to be, at first here, it's just going to be kind of like a little specialty series, and then we're going to go see what happens from that point on. And pretty much what I've decided to do is, Happy New Year, everybody. First off, I'm recording this on January 1st, 2013. And this year, obviously, is the 30th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So, yeah. Sadly, though, Hasbro's going to be putting more of a focus on Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, because that's the 3D re-release in theaters later this year. But that doesn't mean that we can't celebrate Return of the Jedi in our own way. And so what I have for you guys now is a special review. This is a favorite piece of mine that I've had in my collection for over a year now. I got at the end of 2011, so a little bit over a year now. And that is, of course, Jabba the Hutt. So yeah, a really, really nice figure, I suppose, even though there is debate as to can you actually consider Jabba the Hutt a figure, since it is so huge and usually includes a bunch of accessories and stuff. So anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be reviewing Jabba the Hutt today. Again, doing a special little commemorative review series to celebrate Return of the Jedi's 30th anniversary. So let's get things started. Like I already said, this is an absolutely outstanding figure, or deluxe figure, whatever you want to call it. This came out in about 2010, I believe, and this was a Walmart exclusive here in the United States. I don't know about global distribution. If one of my international friends, if you want to drop that in there as to who sold it in countries outside of the United States. So yeah, this is quite an awesome piece, I must say. Really, just to give you guys a good detailed look at Jabba, the attention to detail is absolutely fantastic. This looks, in my opinion, dead on to Return of the Jedi. It looks exactly like the Jabba puppet that they used in the movie. And he comes with tons of stuff. First off, obviously, you'll notice he comes with his little throne. It actually does have wheels on the bottom, which is pretty much just crying out for somebody to make a huge, awesome Jabba's Palace diorama with a Rancor pit underneath the throne room. So yeah, really nice that Hasbro included the wheels on the bottom in case somebody did want to make a giant display for Jabba. Again, the attention to detail is outstanding. This top piece here is made out of hard plastic, so you can sculpt the details in. And the bottom here is made out of a softer plastic. It has a bendy wire in the tail, so you can position it in multiple ways. However, that doesn't always quite work with this figure, as we'll talk about in just a minute. And I'm just looking at something on the back. Other accessories that Jabba comes with, he comes with his, obviously here we have his hookah and a little pipe that he's always smoking on. Jabba enjoys a good smoke pretty much every day of his life. So, and he also comes with a couple little figures. First here we have Salacious Crumb. which I believe was originally, it was included with a C-3PO from Jabba's palace, pretty much mimicking the scene where Salacious is messing with C-3PO on Jabba's sail barge. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, I just believe that is where this Salacious originally came from. Which, not going to spend really any time on these little figures that are included with it. And the second figure, there goes a little pillow. And the second figure that Jabba comes with is Ula, obviously the dancer in Jabba's palace that meets an unfortunate end at the claws of the Rancor. And just a little pillow fell. Yeah, and it comes with, each of these pillows is an individual little loose piece. So you just pretty much position it however you want to on Jabba's throne. I know that obviously I'm not trying to recreate Jabba's throne exactly as it was in the movie. That'd be a little crazy looking up in the movie how the pillows were arranged just for your little display, but I'm not judging. So yeah, he comes with tons of stuff. I forget what the original retail price was for Jabba. I think I got mine for around, it was either $20 to $30. So it was not too long after it was available at Walmart that I ordered it off Amazon. So the prices had not yet gone up exponentially. But I believe now that he is a good bit more expensive to get. So yeah, just to look at the details on this Jabba is just absolutely fantastic. And I really like how they use the soft plastic on the lower part of his body, just so he feels kind of, like kind of slimy and whatnot. So let's first off get Jabba off his throne so we can actually get a look at him himself without having to worry about pillows falling down all over the place. So yeah, let's set that to the side where it won't roll off. So here we have Jabba himself. Articulation on this guy obviously is not going to be off the charts, because what articulation can you actually give Jabba without it being just a little silly? He does have this kind of swivel joint, and I don't even know what you would call it, since this is not exactly a human being we're talking about. But anyway, I guess this would be kind of like the chest area for a Hutt. He has a swivel joint. You can do a full 360 degrees, but I'm not going to do that right now. So you can get him in a variety of poses, doing different stuff. Like he's, I guess, kind of sludging around, like in the deleted scene from A New Hope, or from like the prequels in The Phantom Menace when we see Jabba. But everybody's going to have him just facing forward like he is on his throne. Like I said, there is a bendy little joint there in his tail. However, it does not work spectacularly, considering that the soft plastic gets all kind of deformed when you move it around. It's not anything permanent, so don't worry. It's just when you turn it, it doesn't really work out that well. But that's not to say that it's totally unreliable. You can get to look decent if you just do a mild bend in the tail, like that. So, yeah. But again, most people are probably just going to have his tail straight out like in the movie. Even though he did have a slight bend in the movie, I believe. So, also he does have some minor arm articulation. You can see, I guess that's a swivel hinge. I was about to losing my mind there. So you can get a somewhat good range of motion for his arms. And at the elbow he does have another swivel hinge, so you can get him doing, I guess, as much as you'll need Jabba to actually do. Again, the same on each arm. And that's pretty much it in the articulation department. So Jabba does not obviously does not have a lot going on in terms of articulation, but you do not really need Jabba to have that much articulation. So yeah, really, really outstanding figure. In my mind, this is the definitive Jabba. I can't really think of how Hasbro could improve upon this, except for maybe, working on the tail to make it work better. But that's about it for Jabba. So Happy New Year again. I hope you've enjoyed this review. Again, I'm not the best reviewer, I'm not claiming to be, I'm just giving you my opinion on the 2010 Jabba the Hutt. Walmart exclusive in the U.S. Again, outside of the U.S., I do not know who distributed it. So, yeah, there's Jabba. Give you guys one last look at his little throne here. Again, the little hookah that he has, and the little pillows, the loose pillows that he has everywhere. So, thank you guys for watching as always. This is JokerFett, signing out. Bye.